In the heart of a bustling Nigerian village, where the scent of earth and community hung in the air, there lived a farmer named Ade. He was a man renowned throughout the land not just for his magnificent, prize-winning yams, but for a pride that stood even taller than his bountiful harvests. His fields were a testament to his skill, and the villagers regarded him with a mixture of awe and respect. Among his greatest admirers was a young girl named Amara. She would spend hours perched by his farm, her eyes wide with fascination, watching the master at his work. To her, Ade was a hero, a man who could command the very soil to yield its greatest treasures. One year, as the planting season approached, a shadow of concern fell over the village. The wise elder, Chidi, whose eyes held the wisdom of many seasons, foresaw a long and unforgiving drought. He gathered the farmers and advised them to plant a different, hardier type of yam, one that could withstand the coming thirst of the land. The villagers listened, their faces etched with worry, but Ade simply laughed. He threw his head back, his voice booming across the gathering. "My skill is all the protection my yams need," he proclaimed, his chest swelling with confidence. "Drought or no drought, my harvest will be the greatest." From her spot nearby, Amara watched her hero, and for the first time, a small flicker of doubt clouded her admiring gaze. Just as Chidi had foretold, the sun soon began to beat down with a relentless, scorching fury. The vibrant green leaves of the village plants curled, and the rich, dark soil cracked and turned to pale dust. Ade's prized yams, the very symbol of his unmatched prowess, began to shrivel and shrink under the oppressive heat. Panic began to replace his pride. He toiled from the first light of dawn until long after the moon had risen, his powerful muscles straining as he desperately tried to save his crop. His pride, once his greatest strength, now became a heavy cloak of desperation. Meanwhile, throughout the village, the humble, hardy yams planted on Chidi's advice endured, their resilience a quiet testament to the wisdom of listening. Amara saw Ade's frantic struggle, his silhouette a lonely figure against the setting sun, and her heart ached for the man she had so admired. The day finally came when Ade's last, most promising yam turned to dust in his hands. The farmer, a man who had once stood as tall as a king, collapsed onto the parched earth, his body shaking with sobs of despair. His pride was shattered, leaving only emptiness and shame. It was in that moment of utter defeat that a small shadow fell over him. He looked up to see little Amara standing before him. In her small, outstretched hands, she held a piece of cooked yam, steam rising gently from its warm, white flesh. It was from her own family's meager share, a simple offering given without a word. This single, selfless act of kindness did what the scorching sun and failed harvest could not. It completely broke through Ade's hardened pride. Humbled, with tears streaming down his face, he accepted the food, the taste of humility and community filling his empty stomach. He then sought out Chidi and the other elders, his head bowed, and asked for their forgiveness. The community, without hesitation, welcomed him back into their fold. Ade learned that day that true strength wasn't found in individual glory, but in the shared wisdom and unity of his people. He began to teach young Amara the ways of farming, not with boastful pride, but with the quiet, powerful wisdom of the village, ensuring that the most important lesson of all would be passed down to the next generation.